what is salvation and where is it found? It's like salvation is really the relinquishment of judgments, and where is it found? It's found in the mind. And you might say that just as the world was made up by the ego as a distractive device to kind of get caught up and looking for love in all the wrong places, so to speak, and getting all caught up into that, this whole movement of turning it around and going inward is really starting to see that, oh, salvation is only achieved through peace, and it's only found in the mind. So whenever I'm attempting to control the script or control the dream to bring about the peace, I won't see these kind of movies, I won't listen to this kind of music, I won't ever date this kind of person, or live with this kind of person and this and that. You might say that's an attempt at mastery of the fear. And maybe you could even get examples like trying to go bungee jumping out of planes, walking on hot coals or something. There could still be an attempt to kind of master the fear. And then with the Course, he's coming along and he says, no, the only thing that's going to work is mastery through love, which is going to be authentic forgiveness. So it's nice to know that these magical attempts are really not going to do it. It may seem to provide a temporary advance or a boost of confidence, but it's like the ultimate mastery has to come through the relinquishment of these false beliefs and false thoughts. And so I think it's good. I feel like you're right on the joy of when I first started to really experience that whatever I was doing, I was feeling some intense emotions with certain songs or certain movies or whatever. I say, oh, there's something important here. I'm plugged in some way, and I don't even know what I'm plugged into, and this gives me like a clue or a cue of something to work with, to go in with. And so many of the messengers of peace I work with, for example, they've used tools like Instrument for Peace, where I help people, much like Byron Katie has done worksheets that help people step back inward, or things like that. These tools are all very helpful at showing you the power of your mind and what's really going on in there. And that's like the first aspect of what this healing is about. It's about learning to allow these things to surface and allow yourself to feel and move through those emotions. And that's definitely not what the curriculum is. The curriculum is so high above that. The curriculum is overlooking the error entirely, which you can only do with the Holy Spirit. But you do go through that phase of almost like a tracing back, almost like a spiritual psychotherapy that's very important in the process. Recently, Jason, who's worked with me for some years now, he's become very masterful at this tracing back and searching back, and he can tune in with people when they meet, and if they ask him, what do I have to do to heal, he can say, well, that, and they're like, sometimes they what react to it and everything. But now he's kind of going into the next phase, which is really what true forgiveness is. True forgiveness is you go deeper into your mind, and it becomes so unified and so linked up with the Holy Spirit that you don't perceive the error. Wow, that's really getting into divine innocence. It's not like having that meeting where you're meeting somebody and got all these past associations flashing, like Lolita was saying, brother, sister, hot woman, it comes in there. You get further back, and your mind becomes more and more unified, so that you transcend the ego. You literally transcend it, so you're not having to go, hot woman, forgive it. Hot woman, forgive it. It's like the hot potato. I'm sure there's a lot of monks and mystics that have gone through that. Don't look at someone, don't this and that. You can't really master it through something in form, through avoiding something or dancing around something. And so it's really great. It's kind of great. I share your enthusiasm when you start to say, there's a real essence to this practice where I can actually welcome some of these emotions to come up. And maybe it doesn't look pretty. People have always asked me, you know, have you always been this happy? And I said, oh, if they had a camera running, the face was wet with tears many, many times as I was moving through these clouds of beliefs and clouds of attack thoughts and judgments and opinions. But I just kind of took it as an adventure. Like, okay, if I've got to use time and space, why not use it for healing? Why not let it move through, let the clouds roll? They seem to roll in, and okay, life gives you lemons, let's go for some lemonade. You know, that kind of, that optimistic, like let's really bring it on, let's go for it, you know. And people have said, don't ever say that to the Holy Spirit, but I say, why not? You know, we're working with the Holy Spirit. So, you know, it's beautiful to say bring it on.